hard for me to squeeze everything into an hour and 15. So 60 has been a real mission. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I didn't send out a playlist. If you guys want me to do that going forward, just let me know. I know last week it sounded like Leslie maybe used the playlist, but I'm finding that some people just aren't. So I'm not going out of my way to do that. But of course, if you'd like me to send something, I'm happy to do that for those of you that like listening to music while you practice. Okay, I always say this is your hour, so listen to your body. You know, we're holding a lot onto a lot. We're letting go of things. So every week, every day, the body feels different. So just honor and acknowledge that. And yeah, I'll offer modifications and adjustments. You're always welcome to amplify when you'd like to. I'm just here as a guide, okay? If you have any props, pillows, blankets, this sounds hilarious, but sometimes soup cans even will suffice for a block. I know it sounds really funny, but they work well. So going forward, you're more than welcome to just kind of get creative and use things at home if you don't have props that you're used to using in class, okay? So otherwise, let's just come to a comfortable seat. I happen to have a block at home. But if you have blankets or pillow or just your mat, just go ahead and find a cozy seat now. And let's just drop right in. Allow your eyes to soften and close. And just allow your hands to gently, ever so gently, just rest on the tops of your thighs. And just take a moment here. Allowing yourself to come into this space. See if you can let go of your day. And see if you can make your breath a little more audible here. Perhaps allowing the breath to become a symphony for the mind and the thoughts. As you exhale, just watching those thoughts drift by. And as you continue to breathe, really feel rooted into the earth through all the corners of your sitting bones. And feel a lengthening through the spine, beginning at the base of the spine. And just lengthening up your spine through the crown of the head. Perhaps gaining an inch of length here. And then just notice the shoulders, draw them down and away from your ears. And allow the tongue to fall away from the roof of the mouth. Then from this space, begin to cultivate your intention. Maybe something positive for yourself this evening. Maybe a place that you're longing to go to that you miss. Perhaps a color. Maybe a word or a phrase. Just kind of allow that to bubble up in an organic way for you now. And we'll take one cleansing breath here before beginning class with the eternal divine sound of Om. So inhale, deep inhale through the nose. Audible exhale through the mouth. Inhaling one more time through the nose. Allowing the eyes to remain closed. Inhale through the nose for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause at the top. Exhale through the nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing at the bottom. Inhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause. Exhale through the nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale again one more time for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhaling completely for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, begin to cultivate your Ujjayi breath, victorious breath, aspirin breath. Slight constriction at the back of the throat on the inhale, slight constriction at the back of the throat on the exhale. Beginning to build heat internally before we move on our mats. Just taking 2 breaths here. Beginning to feel what that feels like, beginning to hear that Ujjayi breath, and trying to continue with that Ujjayi breath as we move on our mats. Good, and at the bottom of the exhale, begin to softly open your eyes, allowing yourself to come into the space. And from here, just go ahead and interlace the hands, and then press the palms to the ceiling, thumbs up, pinkies back. And then as you inhale, lift up and out of the low waist, and as you exhale, just rock right and left, feeling along the right and the left side. Good, and just noticing here. And then pausing at the top, take an inhale. And then as you exhale, making your way to all fours. From here, just take a few cat-cows or hip circles, about 3 breaths, just moving at your own pace. So whatever's calling out to you this evening, if cat-cow isn't calling out to you and you want to do some hip circles, I encourage you to do that. Just do what feels natural and good in the body. And then if you're moving in one direction, make sure that you pause and move to the other side. Good, finishing up your last round here. And then at the bottom of your next exhale, come to a neutral tabletop pose. And then inhale, extend your right arm up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, thread the needle. So right hand's gonna come underneath the left arm, and then place the right ear to the mat. Now you can stay here, or you can begin to wrap and bind by lifting that left arm up and off the earth and wrapping it around the right hip, reaching for the top of the right crease of the right thigh. You can stay here, you can extend that left leg long, or you can begin to lift that left leg up and off the earth, your choice. So one more breath, wherever you are is perfect. Good, and then slowly release. Good, right arm reaches up, right hand touches the earth. And then inhale, lift your left arm up. And then as you exhale, thread the needle, other side, left arm working its way under the right arm, left ear coming to the mat. I'm gonna turn around so I can face you guys. And then from here, you can stay here, extend the right fingertips long, really press the fingertips and palms into the mat. Or you can begin to wrap and take a bind with that right arm, reaching around for the top of the left crease of the left thigh. You can stay here, or you can begin to extend that right leg long, or also lift that right leg up and off the earth. Okay, so yogi's choice. One more full breath here. Good, and then slowly release. Right arm unwinds. Left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Then exhale, tabletop pose. Good, from here, inhale, tuck your toes. And as you exhale, press up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Good, from here, pedal out the dog, walk your feet right and left. Good, and as you walk your feet, really press your thumbs and forefingers into the mat. Good, and then pause, sink your heels towards the back of the room, really breathing into the belly of the calves here. Good, and then inhale, rise up on the toes. And then as you exhale, shift the heels over to the right. And then inhale, rise up on the toes. Exhale, shift the heels over to the left. And then inhale, rise up on the toes. And then exhale, release, downward facing dog. Good, inhale, right leg extends up and back. Exhale, knee toward nose. Good, inhale, right leg extends. Exhale, right knee toward right elbow, pause. Good, inhale, right leg extends. Exhale, right knee toward left elbow, pause. See if you can lift that right knee one more inch. Good, and then from here, take fallen star, extend that right foot through, then reach that left arm up towards the ceiling. Good, continue to press and root into that right palm as those hips reach for the ceiling. Good, and then exhale, release, right leg reaches up and back, one-legged downward dog, inhale. Exhale, right foot steps to the top of the mat, left knee comes down. Inhale as you rise up, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Good, and then as you exhale, right hand comes to the inside of the right knee. Press that right hand and right knee in towards one another, create friction. Inhale as you lift up. Exhale as you reach up and over to the right, with that left hand. Torso facing the front of the room. Good, and then inhale as you come back to center. Exhale, hands down, hips pull back, Ardha Hanuman, half splits. Good, inhale as you lengthen the spine here. Exhale as you fold. Soft bend in that right knee, and then think about energetically drawing the hips back here. Good, inhale as you take one more breath, and this time as you exhale, walk your fingers over to the right side of the mat. And then exhale, fold, bending at the elbows, getting a nice IT band stretch here. Keep a nice flex in those right toes. Good, one more breath here. Good, walk your hands back around. Inhale, rebend the right knee, tuck the back toes, back knee lifts. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. Good, inhale, left leg extends up and back. Exhale, left knee toward left nose. Inhale, left leg extends. Exhale, left knee toward left elbow, pause. Inhale, left leg extends. Exhale, left knee toward right elbow, pause. Then lift that left knee up one more inch. Good, and then take fallen star, extend that left leg through. Right arm reaches for the ceiling. As you root down through the left palm, hips continue to reach up towards the sky. Good, one more breath here. Good, and then release one-legged downward facing dog as you inhale, left leg extends up and back. Exhale, left foot steps to the top of the mat, right knee down. Inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. As you inhale here, think about lifting up and out of the low waist. And then drop that left hand to the inside of that left knee. Find a connection there, pressing knee and hand in towards one another. Inhale again, lift up out of the low waist. As you exhale, reach up and over to the left with that right hand. Good, torso facing the front of the room. Continue to press that left hand and left knee in toward one another. Good, inhale as you rise up, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Exhale, hands down, hips pull back, Ardha Hanuman, half splits. Again, nice flex in those left toes. Make sure you're not locking out that left knee. Soften that left knee. And as you inhale, find length in the spine. And as you exhale, fold over that left leg. Good, again, think about energetically drawing the hips back. Good, taking one more breath here. And then inhale, find length. This time as you exhale, walk the fingertips over to the left side of the mat. And then fold, bending at the elbows, getting a nice IT band stretch. You can fold as deeply as you wish here. It just depends on how your IT band really feels and your flexibility. So just be gentle here. Good, last breath. And then inhale, walk your hands around towards the front. Left knee bends, tuck the right toes, back knee lifts. Inhale as you step into plank. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, just roll the spine forward, plank pose. Pause, firming up the tops of the thighs, pressing the hands into the earth. Collarbones wide. Exhale as you go up and back, downward facing dog. Good, inhale as you roll forward, heart reaches towards the front of the room. Plank pose, pause. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. Good, one more, inhale, roll forward, plank pose, pause. Again, firming up the tops of the thighs, collarbones wide, gaze directly over the nose. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. Good, inhale, roll forward to plank, pause. Exhale, this time knees, chest, chin, come to the mat. Inhale as you press into the palms, heart lifts, Bhujangasana, low cobra pose. Collarbones wide, tops of the toes stay glued to the mat. Exhale, release, forehead kisses the earth. Good, inhale, rise up again, Bhujangasana, low cobra pose. Again, gaze over the nose. Exhale, release, forehead kisses the earth. Inhale, last one, rise up, Bhujangasana. Now see if you can lift one more inch here. Now see if you can take your fingertips wide, and then press into your fingertips, lift one more inch. Good, then gaze over the right shoulder, and come back to center, and gaze over the left shoulder. And then inhale, come back to center, lift one more inch, and then exhale, release, forehead kisses the mat. Inhale as you tuck your toes, pressing into plank pose. Exhale as you go back, downward facing dog. Good, inhale, right leg extends up and back. Exhale, right foot steps to the top of the mat, left knee down. Inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana, pause here. And then from here, you're gonna pivot that left foot in and then extend that right leg long. Good, pause here. And from here, you can draw your hand to the hip. You can stay here and begin to reach up and over to the left, or those fingertips can reach for the floor. Again, if you have your Sukan here, you can place your Sukan under those left fingertips. Good, feel nice lengthening along the right side, and then take some arm circles here. Big sweeping arm circles, good, one more. And then pause at the top. Good, and then inhale, begin to walk your hands over to the front of the room. Good, and then as you exhale, Ardha Hanuman, one breath here, inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the right knee, tuck the back toes, plank pose. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg extends up and back. Exhale, left foot steps to the top of the mat, right knee down. Inhale, arms up, Anjaneyasana, pause here. And then pivot that right leg in. Extend that left leg long. Right hand to the right hip. And then reach up and over to the left. Now, if you have a prop here, or you want to extend those right fingertips to the floor, but find the lengthening all along the left side from left feet to left fingers. Good, and then arm circles in the opposite direction. So reach around from the front back to the back. Good, one more. Just beginning to wake, continuing to wake up the spine. And then pause. Good, and then walk your hands around to the front. Ardha Hanuman, second time. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Good, inhale, bend the left knee. Tuck the back toes, plank pose. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, lightly step or jump forward. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose, hips sink down and back here, inner thighs hug in towards midline. And then from here, inhale, draw your hands to heart center. Exhale as you twist to the the right. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Crown of the head, reaching for the front of the room. Sink your hips one more inch. Think about bringing out the spine, bringing out the internal organs. Good, inhale, Utkatasana, come back to center. Pause, and then exhale as you twist to the left, right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Good, again, think about bringing out those internal organs, sinking the hips down and back. See if you can lift the toes up and off the mat, crown of the head reaching for the front of the room. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose, and then from here, exhale, fold over the legs. Separate the feet, hips width distance apart. Opposite hand grabs opposite elbow, soft bend at the back of the knees, and just sway right and left, And then maybe place a little more weight into the fronts of the feet. Really feeling a stretch all along the length of the legs, of the back of the legs. Good, and then bring your palms to the mat. Heel toe the feet back to center. Inhale, as you root into the feet, rise all the way up, palms press overhead. And then from here, right hand is gonna reach for the left wrist. Inhale, then as you exhale, reach up and over to the right. Good, and then inhale, come back to center, change sides, left hand reaching for the right wrist, reach up and over to the left. Good, continuing to root down, root those heels into the mat. Inhale, come to center. Exhale as you bow forward, fingers touch the earth. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale as you go back, downward facing dog. Option always to modify through Chaturanga by moving through Bhujangasana or straight to down dog. Inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, lightly step or jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift, find length. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, root to rise, palms press overhead. Exhale as you bow forward, fingers touch the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back, meeting in downward facing dog. Moving through your vinyasa. Good, inhale, right leg extends up and back. Exhale, right foot steps to the top of the mat. Inhale as you rise up, crescent lunge. Right knee and ankle stacked, and then really press into the ball of that left foot so that left heel continues to lift towards the ceiling. And then hug everything into midline, and then think with each inhale, you want to always create and find length. So inhale, find length, find length. Good, right knee in that 90-degree bend. Good, and then from here, draw your hands to heart center, inhale. Exhale, twist, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Good, option to stay here. Modify by dropping that back knee, amplify by spreading your wings, or wrapping and binding, yogi's choice. Continuing to twist, continue to extend the crown of the head towards the front of the room. Good, and then really pressing into the ball of that left foot, so you're not dumping weight into the hips. Give one more breath here. Good, and then from here, look down, hands down, inhale, pull the heart forward, runner's lunge. Good, exhale, easy twist, right arm reaches for the ceiling. Then make a fist here, and then create some circles, just working out your wrists, moving in one direction, then pause, then moving in the opposite direction. You've been typing a lot, any carpal tunnel, this just feels nice. Good, and then pause, and open the fingers. And then look to the top of your mat, spin to the knife edge of your left foot, right foot steps back, Vashisthasana, side plank. Option to stay here, modify by dropping that left knee, amplify by lifting that top leg. So again, yogi's choice. Continue to press the hips towards the ceiling as you root down through that left palm. Good, last breath here. And then inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, right hand comes down, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg extends up and back. Exhale, left foot steps to the top of the mat. Inhale as you rise up, crescent lunge. Again, left knee and ankle stack, 90-degree bend. And then press into that ball, that right foot, so that right heel really lifts towards the ceiling. Firm up the top of the right thigh. Squeeze everything into midline. Think about always creating length. Good, and then draw the hands to heart center. Take a deep inhale. Then as you exhale, twist right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Good, pause here, stay here. Again, firm up the top of that right thigh, really pressing into the ball of that right foot. Will take weight out of the hips. Stay here, or your variation, same variation on the first side. So if you took a modification, you can go ahead and do so. Of course, if you amplify. Good, continuing to breathe. One more breath here. Good, then look to the top of your mat. Hands down, either side of the front foot. Heart pulls forward, runner's lunge. Then as you exhale, easy twist, left arm reaches towards the ceiling. Good, and then from here, you can make a fist, then take some wrist circles, moving in one direction, and then pause, and then moving in the opposite direction. Good, and then pause at the top, fingertips extend, look to the top of your mat, spin to the knife edge of your right foot, left foot steps back, Vashisthasana side plank. Good, taking the same variation here as you did on the first side, continuing to root down to that right palm as those hips continue to lift towards the ceiling. Again, the modification was right knee comes to the mat. Good, one more breath here. Good, and then as you exhale, look to the top of your mat, left hand comes down, downward facing dog. Good, from here, inhale, roll forward to plank pose. Exhale, rinse it out through your vinyasa, meaning downward facing dog. Good, inhale, right leg extends, up and back. Exhale, right foot steps to the top of the mat. Inhale as you rise up, crescent lunge. Good, exhale, warrior two, open it up. First time in warrior two this evening, set it up. Right knee and ankle stacked. Then press into the knife edge of that left foot. And then just notice the torso is directly over the hips. So oftentimes we have a tendency to lean too far forward or back. So just take note. Good, see if you can sink the hips one more inch here. One straight line through the fingertips, gazing over the right fingers. One line of focus. Good, and then as you exhale, reverse your warrior, right arm reaches up and back. Again, making this a side stretch here, not a back bend. Okay, make sure you're not collapsing that right knee in. Keep that nice 90-degree bend. Good, and then from here, left arm is gonna reach up to meet the right, and then reach for that right wrist with that left hand, and continue to pull that right arm towards the back of the room. Good, and then inhale, rise up, warrior two, pause. Exhale, side angle pose, right forearm comes to the top of the right thigh, and then that left arm can dance overhead. Think of one straight line from the left feet to the left fingertips. And then just notice that left shoulder, draw it down and back away from the ears. But from here, you can stay here, or you can take a variation. So if you'd like to move further, you can drop that right hand towards the mat, or you can always take a half bind, or a full bind, okay? So yogi's choice. So one more breath here. Root into the feet, continuing to press into the knife edge of that left foot. Inhale, rise up, warrior two, pause. Exhale, straighten that right leg. That should feel good. And you might need to heel toe that left foot in. Moving into Trikonasana. Inhale as our right fingertips reach forward. Find length, find length, find length. Then the right fingertips come to the outside of the right foot. That left arm extends overhead. Really root down into the feet and think about the body being in between two panes of glass here. Okay, continue to root down through the feet. Perfect, one more breath here. And then begin to soften your right knee by bending your right knee. Moving into Ardha Chandrasana or half moon. We're going to shift the weight into the right foot. Left leg is going to lift up and off the mat. Right fingertips are going to extend just beyond your nose. Okay, so Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Your variation. You can stay here. You can take Japasana by bending that left knee, reaching around with the left hand for the left foot. Again, really yogi's choice. You can play with the balance by lifting the right fingertips up and off the earth. Get one more breath here, Japasanas. Move back to Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Good, and then slowly, gently step all the way back, warrior two, pause. Good, and then straighten the right leg, then toes in, heels out, moving into goddess. Take a few breaths here. I apologize, there's a terrible glare, and my house, guys, has so much sun coming in from the windows here. So hopefully you can all see me. So from goddess here, we'll just wrap we're gonna take the ball. Can you see me?
You actually look like an impressionist painting. It's very pointillist, and there's this big rainbow arc right through you, and then I mean it's really trippy looking.
Well, I'll show you my windows after class. I have like these floor-to-ceiling windows.
I mean, it's magnificent. You are basically a Monet painting at the moment.
Thank you, Joanne. All right, right arm up and under the left, eagle arms. Pause here, sink the hips. As you inhale, lift the elbows up, press the forearms into one another. Then as you exhale, reach around to the right, and then over to the left. Good. Linking breath to movement twice more. Good, and one more time. Last one, then pause at the top. Inhale, root down through the feet, straighten the legs, uncross the arms, star pose. Exhale, warrior two to the front, pause, take an inhale, then exhale, cartwheel your hands down either side of the front foot, then move through your vinyasa, meeting in downward facing dog before we move to the second side. All right, sorry guys, I'm trying to make this better, but. All right, inhale, left leg extends up and back. Exhale, left foot steps to the top of the mat. And then inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. And then exhale, warrior two, open it up. Good, again, left knee and ankle stacked. Then pressing into the knife edge of that right foot. Then again, notice the torso, not too far forward or back. One straight line with the fingertips, draw the shoulders down and away from the ears. Good, gaze over the left fingers. Sink the hips one more inch. And then as you exhale, reverse your warrior, left arm reaches up and back. Again, making this a side stretch here, not a back bend. Make sure that left knee isn't collapsing in. Good, and then right arm is gonna reach up to meet the left, right hand's gonna grab for the left wrist. And then pull that left arm towards the back of the room. Good, and then inhale, rise up, warrior two, pause. And as you exhale, left forearm to the top of the left thigh, right fingertips can begin to dance overhead, side ankle pose. One straight line from from right toes to right fingers. Again, notice that shoulder, draw it down and back away from the ear. Good, and then take your fullest expression here. So whatever you did on the first side, you wrapped and bind, you took a full bind. Good, one more breath here. And then root into your feet, rise up, warrior two, pause. Then straighten that left leg. You can heel toe that right foot forward and in, just an inch or two. Utthita Trikonasana, as you inhale, think about finding length, reaching with those left fingertips, continue to reach. And then those left fingertips are gonna reach for the outside of that left foot. Good. The gaze can be up at the right fingers or down at the floor. It's just really your preference here. And then think about laying the body, again, between two panes of glass, almost as if you were sandwiched between two panes of glass. So the torso continues to lay towards the back of the room. Good, continue to root down into the feet. One more breath here. And then begin to soften that left knee. Moving into Ardha Trikonasana, left fingertips are going to reach and extend just an inch or two beyond your nose. And then you're going to shift weight into that right foot. Left leg is going to lift up and off the mat. Or left foot, rather. Good, taking the same variation here as you did on the first side. Offer it up now. So if you took Japasana by bending the right knee, reaching for the top of the right foot. Again, if you're playing with your balance, those left fingertips can reach up and off the earth. And one more breath here. And then come back to half moon. And then slowly step that right foot all the way back. Warrior two, pause. Good, and then from here, straighten that left leg. And then heels in, toes out, goddess pose. left arm is gonna wrap up and under the right. So eagle arms again. So as you inhale, draw the elbows up, forearms pressing towards one another. And then as you exhale, reach the elbows over to the left and then work your way around to the right. Good, twice more, linking breath to movement. Good, and once more. Good, and then pause here. Inhale, straighten your legs, straighten the arms, star pose. And then exhale, warrior two, pause. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, cartwheel the hands down either side of the front foot. And then moving through your vinyasa again, meeting in downward facing dog. That's a little better. All right, from downward facing dog, inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, lightly step or jump forward. So from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, which is a mouthful just in of itself, but we're gonna take hand to big toe pose. So what you'll do for this variation, if you look up at me, you're gonna take your peace sign fingers, you're gonna draw your left hand to your left hip, and then you're gonna bend the knees, and then take your peace sign fingers around your right big toe. Good, and then you'll shift the weight into your left foot, and then as you inhale, see if you can lift that right foot up and off the mat. Good, keep your knees bent here. Then begin to straighten your left leg. Now you can stay here, this is perfect. Lifting up and out of the hips, finding length along the left side. Okay, or if you'd like to move forward, you can begin to extend that right leg towards the front of the room. Pause here. You can stay here. You can begin to open that right leg up and over to the left. Continue to lift up and out of the waist. I have trouble with this here. So if this causes some trouble, you can also just open the hip with a bent knee too. Good, stay here. Good, and then come back to center. You can stay here with the foot extended or the right knee bent. Or you can begin to take that left hand, reaching for the outside of that right foot, and then extend that right arm towards the back of the room, gazing over the right shoulder. Good, revolved hand to big foot toe pose. Good, and then come back to center. And then release the hands, extend the right foot forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then right foot comes down to meet the left. And then just fold forward. Great, and then we'll move to the second side. So draw the right hand to the right hip. Take the peace sign fingers around the left big toe, bend at the knees. And then shift the weight to the right foot. And then see if you can begin to lift that left foot up and off the earth. Maybe this is as far as you get, and this is perfectly fine. So just stay here working on your balance, or you can begin to rise. And I like to straighten my right knee once I get all the way up. You can stay here, or you can begin to extend that left leg forward. Good, stay here, or open that left leg over to the left with either a straight leg, or you can bend at the knee. I need to bend at the knee here. Continue to think about pressing down with that right foot, lifting up and out of the hips. You can also hug the knee in like this. Okay, perfect. Continue to stay here. And then draw the knee back into center. And then you can extend the leg forward again. And then you can take that right hand, reach for the outside of that left foot, and then extend that left arm towards the back of the room. The full variation would be gazing over your left shoulder. And ideally, you want that right knee, that foot that's on the floor, you want that right knee straight. Okay, and then come back to center. Good, and then release the hands. Keep the leg extended for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then step that left foot down to meet the right. And then folding over the legs, bowing forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, just plant the hands. You can move through vinyasa or you can just step back to downward facing dog, yogi's choice. Good, and then from here, inhale, right leg extends up and back. Exhale, right foot steps to the top of the mat. Inhale as you rise up, crescent lunge. Again, thinking of lifting up and out of the low waist. And then from here, we're going to be moving into dancer. So I'll show you how this works. So look at me first. Just stay in crescent lunge. What you're going to do is you're going to shift your weight into your right foot. And then you're just going to step forward and kick that left foot in up towards the back. Towards your glutes, really. So you'll be in crescent lunge. You can draw the right hand to the, or you can draw the hands to the hips. That might make it a little easier. And then shift the weight, kick that back foot in. And then from here, you'll pause here and take an inhale and move into dancer as you exhale. You continue to kick with the hand and the foot, gaze forward, give your fullest expression. Good, and then for the release, warrior three. So full warrior three if it's in your practice. Otherwise, you can bring the hands to the hips or airplane pose. Good, think of one straight line from fingers to foot. And then as you exhale, vertical splits, hands down. Left leg continues to reach for the ceiling. Press into the right foot into the mat. Crown of the head reaching for the earth. Last breath here. Good, and then step that left foot back. Parsvottanasana, so just fold over the legs. Good, inhale, find length here. Shift a little more weight into that forward foot. And then exhale, fold one more time. Good, and then inhale, find length. And then this time, soften the right knee. Step the left foot behind the right foot, fold. Again, getting in second IT band stretch here. And then inhale, lengthen the spine, uncross the feet. And then plant the hands, step or jump back, moving through your vinyasa, meeting in downward facing dog. Again, option always to skip chaturanga, move through bhujangasana, or straight to down dog. And from downward facing dog, inhale, left leg extends up and back. As you exhale, left foot steps to the top of the mat. Inhale as you rise up, crescent lunge. And then from here, draw that right hand down. This is what I didn't say on the first side. So I apologize, almost like you're hitchhiking. So then when you kick that right foot in, you're just gonna grab that right foot with your right hand. Pause here. Lift up, inhale, find length. Exhale, dancer pose. Continue to kick the hand and foot into one another as the torso drops. Good, one line focus. Good, continuing to kick. One more breath here. And then gracefully moving into warrior three, right leg extends towards the back of the room. Hands extend forward or hands on your hips or airplane arms. Okay, so same variation you did on the first side. Think of being one straight stick from fingertips to right foot. Good, and then vertical splits, hands down, right leg continues to reach for the ceiling. Root down into that left foot, crown of the head reaching for the mat. Good, one more breath here. Good, and then right foot steps towards the back of the mat, and then fold over the legs, Parsvottanasana. Then as you inhale, lengthen the spine, shift a little more weight into the front foot, then exhale, fold. Good, and then inhale, find length again, soften that left knee, right foot steps behind the left foot, fold, IT band stretch. Good, and then inhale, uncross the feet, find length. Exhale as you plant the hands, step or jump back, moving through your vinyasa, meeting downward facing dog. Good, from here, inhale, roll the spine forward, plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, come to the mat. Setting up for Shalabhasana. So zip the feet together. Arms extend towards the back of the room. For this variation, just go ahead and interlace the hands. Interlace the hands so the palms are pressing in towards one another. And then as you inhale, feet and arms are going to lift up and off the mat. Good, collarbones wide. Chin draws slightly away from the chest here. Good, gaze over the nose. Lift one more inch. And then exhale, slowly release. Draw the right ear to the mat. Allow the hands to touch the earth. Then maybe bend the knees, windshield wiper the feet if that feels nice. And then just draw the feet back to the mat. From here, we'll take one more. So begin to draw the legs together. And then interlace the hands, palms press. And then chin comes forward. Inhale, press into the hands, feet lift, hands lift. If you can stay here, take Dhanurasana by bending your knees and then reaching for either your ankles or the tops of the feet. So yogi's choice. Wherever you are is perfect. And one more breath here. And then exhale, slowly release. This time left ear comes to the mat. Good, again, if you windshield wiper the feet on the first side, you're welcome to do so now. And then just draw the feet back to the mat. Just relaxing for a moment here. Maybe coming back to your intention. Just noticing how you feel on the right and the left. And then from here, draw the chin forward. Then draw the palms into the earth. Tuck the toes. Inhale as you press into plank pose. Exhale as you go up and back downward facing dog. Inhale as you look forward. Exhale, let you step or jump forward, coming onto your seat. So we'll move into bridge and wheel. We'll just take one of each this evening. You can take a supported bridge. You can also just extend your feet towards the ceiling if you want. A nice way to do that if you don't have a prop at home is you can just come up against your wall here and just really bring your sitting bones as close as you can to the wall and then extend your feet. Okay? I'll go ahead and cue bridge and wheel. So coming into bridge first, go ahead and lay down on your spine and separate your feet hips width distance apart. And then you just want your fingers to lightly graze the back of your heels here. And then as you inhale, you're gonna press into your feet, press into your hands. Your hips are gonna lift up and off the earth. Now you can reach for the opposite ends of the mat, or you can begin to shimmy your shoulders underneath the body, interlacing the hands and then pressing the palms into the mat. And then roll a little bit to the inside arches of your feet while you continue to press the heart towards the back of the room and hug the inner thighs in toward midline. Good, one more breath here. Continue to press down through the palms. And then exhale, slowly release the palms down. And then knees kiss. Draw one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And allow your eyes to soften and close. Coming back to your breath, feeling the rise and the fall with every inhale and every exhale here. And you can stay here. You can take the same variation, or if you're coming into wheel, go ahead and separate your feet hips width distance apart. And then draw the palms to the mat. Palms next to the ears, elbows up. And then as you inhale, go press into the palms, press into the feet. Everything lifts up and off the mat, full wheel pose. Then again, just notice where the weight is. So maybe draw a little more weight to the inner arches of your feet while drawing your heart towards the back of the room. And think about still hugging your inner thighs in towards midline. Good, 2 more breaths here. Honoring your intention, last breath. Good, and then as you exhale, slowly release down. Supta Baddha Konasana, so draw the soles of the feet together, knees splay wide. Again, one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. You can soften and close the eyes. And back to your intention. Again, allowing your breath to become a symphony for the mind and the thoughts here. Good, and then from here, take your hands and draw your knees to center. And then draw one knee in towards the chest and then the other knee in towards the chest. Give yourself a loving hug. And then taking a few rock and rolls along the length of your spine and moving through a vinyasa or straight to downward facing dog. Yogi's choice. And then from here, inhale, right leg extends up and back. Exhale, right shin comes forward and down, setting up for pigeon pose here. Allow yourself to get comfortable in pigeon. So if you need to place some blankets or a pillow along the right side there, wherever you need to, go ahead and just find comfort here. Also, you can always take a figure four stretch on your back if pigeon doesn't work for you. Okay, so just know that there are options. If you're coming into pigeon, inhale, lift the chest, and then as you exhale, just fold. You can take about 4 breaths here. Just seeing if you can completely release. Finding that place, I like to say, between effort and ease. Breathing it into any tightening, any discomfort. Maybe allowing the breath to be comfort for those spaces. One more breath here. And then draw the palms to the mat. And then allow the chest to rise. And then from here, just roll onto your right sitting bone. And then you'll draw your left leg up and around, so you're coming into a seated spinal twist. All right, Joanna, let's see if I get this corrected tonight. I always twist you guys the wrong way. So from here, we're gonna extend that right arm up high as you inhale. And as you exhale, you're gonna wrap that right arm around that left leg and then twist. So with every inhale, think about finding length. Every exhale, think about twisting a little more deeply, gazing over the left shoulder. Good, and then inhale, come back to center. You can counter twist if you like. And you'll come back to center and we'll hug that left knee in, extend that right leg long. Then draw the sole of that left leg into that right thigh. Inhale, arms extend overhead. Exhale as you fold, Janu Shirshasana. This does work as a nice counter twist. Just 2 breaths here. So as you inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, fold, softening the elbows. Softening anywhere really that needs more softening. Breathe more space there. Good, last breath. And then slowly make your way back up to center. And then hug your right knee in. And then bend your left knee in. Bend your right knee. And then moving into Gomukhasana. So knee is stacked, seated Gomukhasana. Inhale, find length. I like taking my peace sign fingers around my big toes. And then as you exhale, hinge forward and fold. From here, a really nice option is to begin to draw the hands forward. Press the fingertips into the mat, and then really sink the sitting bones back into the earth. And you should be able to feel the difference there. But just 1 breath here. And then rise up. Good, from here, you'll take the peace sign fingers, wrap them around the big toes. This is just something fun that I play with in class often. Roll back onto the sitting bones, and then you'll uncross the feet, but the arms are gonna cross. So when I uncross the feet, In Gomukhasana, my arms are crossed, but it's like a boat pose variation. Look, boat pose variation with crossed arms. And you can stay there, you can extend the arms long, moving into full boat. I have such a hard time with boat here. I'm just gonna do this modification. This is the modification for boat, or full boat. Good, and then release, making your way back through one more vinyasa, or meeting in downward facing dog. Then from here, inhale, left leg extends up and back. Exhale, left shin comes forward and down. Setting up for pigeon, your variation, same variation on the side as you did on the first side. Inhale as the heart lifts. Exhale as you fold, moving into pigeon, 4 breaths here. Again, if you took figure 4 on the first side, do so on the second side, just so that you're even Steven. Again, finding place, finding space, finding a balance between effort and ease. Anywhere where you're feeling stuck, breathe a little more opening, a little more space there. Good, final breath here. And then slowly rise up. And then rock onto your left sitting bone. And then that right leg is gonna wrap up and around. So moving into seated spinal twist on the second side. So you'll inhale, extend your left arm long. Then as you exhale, wrap your left arm around your right leg. Then inhale, find length. And then as you exhale, twist, gaze over the right shoulder. Every inhale, think about lifting up and out of that waist. Exhale, twisting a little more deeply. And then inhale, come back to center. You can counter twist if you like. And then hug that right knee in, extend the left leg long. Sole the right foot to the inside of the left leg. Then inhale, arms extend. Exhale, fold. Jani Shirshasana, second side. Again, just 2 breaths here. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold. If you need to soften that left knee, by all means. Good, final breath. And then rise up. And then hug that right knee in, bend that left knee, Gomukhasana on the second side. So inhale, you'll find length here. Stack the knees as best you can. And then as you exhale, you fold. You can also take this on your back, which I didn't mention on the first side, where you can begin to reach your fingertips forward and then press the palms into the mat and then rock back onto the sitting bones. Feels really nice. Just one more breath here. Oof. And then slowly rise up. And I'll turn around this way so you can see me. You'll take your peace sign fingers, wrap them around your big toes, and then you'll rock back onto your sitting bones and you'll begin to uncross your legs, but then your arms are gonna stay crossed. And then you can take full boat or half boat, your choice. Good, and then release, making your way back through one final vinyasa, meaning downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog, you'll inhale, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, lightly step or jump forward, coming to a seat. And then extending your feet forward. And then laying all the way back onto your back, setting up for Shavasana. Final resting pose. Allow the soles of the feet to splay wide. Allow the eyes to close. Palms open and receptive. And just leaving the bones of the body here to remember the earth. Allowing everything to reassimilate into the body. All the work you've done this evening. Finding peace here. And I'm just going to read you some poignant words by Kitty O'Mara. And I'm sure that most of you have heard some variation of this over the past few months. But here it is. And the people stayed home and read books and listened and rested and exercised and made art and played games and learned new ways of being and were still. And they listened more deeply. Some meditated, some prayed, some danced, some met their shadows. And the people began to think differently. And the people healed, and in the absence of people living in ignorant, dangerous, mindless, and heartless ways, the earth began to heal. And when the danger passed and people joined together again, they grieved their losses and made new choices and dreamed new images and created new ways to live and heal the earth fully as they had been healed. And with that, slowly roll to one side. Pausing here, coming back to the intention you set in the beginning of class, honoring that intention, and then honoring all of the blessings in your life, both seen and unseen. Slowly make your way to your seat. If you can, allow the eyes to remain closed. We'll end class just as we began. We'll take one cleansing breath before ending with the eternal divine sound of Om. So inhale here through the nose, audible exhale through the mouth. Inhaling one more time as we draw the hands to heart center. Inhaling as we draw the thumbs to the third eye. And exhaling as we bow forward, namaste. Thank you guys so much for coming and being here with me. It really means a lot. Love you all. Sorry for the glare. I'm going to show you just